After scouring the internet far and wide and searching the shelves of art stores, I may have found some of the most sparkly metallic watercolor paints available. But how will they hold up when we put them to the test? Today I'm trying out CSY Art Gallery's Metallic Gold Palette, a collection of 6 handmade paints. A link will be available in the description. Let's begin with each paint on its own, brushed onto Arch's cold-pressed watercolor paper. I'll be using these paints in a number of different ways, and I'll be adding timestamps in the description for the various tests if you'd rather skip ahead to a specific one. I'm noticing right off the bat here that the pigments really come alive with water. It takes a few seconds, then you can literally see the sparkles dancing before your eyes. It's quite amazing to watch. Here they are, completely dry, and I am so impressed by all this glimmer and shine. The chocolate green is especially interesting. Notice the spots of green amongst the brown? And the Inca gold really shines. Now I'm trying the metallics over an existing layer of paint. The color is one that I use all the time, Payne's Gray. I've allowed it to dry first for this test. Let's see how the paints look with this darker background. Once the metallics are dry, the results are stunning. I'll show you a few angles and do my best to pick up the reflections of light. For this next test, I want to see how they react when mixed with wet paint. I'm using colors that I already tend to use often. Starting with Hooker's Green, I'll mix it with Crystal Silver. Now, Burnt Sienna with Gold Pearl. Check out the movement of these pigments up close. A dark layer of Payne's Gray with chocolate green, and yellow ochre with red-brown metallic. Some of the combos don't look overly exciting yet, but just wait until they dry. I like this look even more than the previous layering we did over the dry paint. I can't wait to play around with more color mixes. I often like to make cards and junk journals, so I thought we'd experiment with stamps next. I've used waterproof archival ink. Now I'll be painting each bottle with a different metallic and using Payne's Gray once again for shading and added contrast. Here it is dry. I'm not loving the way the paint covers some of the ink, so let's try stamping again, but this time paint first and then ink. Not bad, but I definitely went too dark with my background. Now I'm thinking back to that mix of Hooker's green and crystal silver. That might be a better option. Let's add some more color. Okay, that's more like it. I can see myself using this for a card, adding some twine across the top and tying it into a bow in the center. Here are the stamps I've been using, along with Ranger archival ink. For the final experiment, I'm using much smaller brushes and trying another take on painting inside the stamps. I think I would have really liked those bottles I painted if I had the foresight to avoid covering the black ink with paint. Let's give this another go with these mushrooms. I'll be using standard paint colors from my everyday palette and adding metallics while they're still wet. And here are the results, now completely dry. There are a few small areas where I painted over the ink again, but it looks much better than last time. I have a number of things in mind for these paints and I can't wait to see how it goes. I hope you'll join me for more fun with these beautiful metallic watercolors. Thanks for watching!